It's brought to you by Total Satisfaction and presented by... This is his first season now, Coach. He says he actually enjoys it. Let's take a look at the rules. If you're new to the Big Three, it's brought to you by Total, by Verizon. And listen, first team to 50, you win the game. First team to 25, we head to the half. No game clock, 14-second shot clock, so you got to get up. And that 4-point shot always keeps you in the game. First shot by Jeff Teague is no good. And here's Bivouac from the corner. No good, and Greg Monroe snags that board.
Well, in week 2, we saw more fluidity on the offensive end. Guys are getting more accustomed to playing together. And that's good defense inside. Carter to Brewer.
Knocked away.
I like to see layups early in the game. Like, I was going to say like that one. There you go. He loves to attack the paint, kind of get the defense condensed, and then those jump shots tend to open up.
Here's Garland Green driving, kicking it out. Corey Brewer from the corner. His three is no good. Here's Jeff Teague, his first season in the Big Three. Teague, good fake, drops a dime to Greg Monroe, and he knocks it down as the shot.
To Jeff Teague and Marcus Teague for, one, being fans of the Big Three, but then kind of coming together to show support, be competitive, and want to really play together and enhance the league, which they have thus far.
Here's Greg Monroe, the big man, shooting it. Left it short, but got it on board. Teague. Back to Monroe, and lays it in.
It was a defensive rebound off of a long shot, and you get it clear quickly, then you go on attack. So very similar to what you'll see in transition basketball.
Here's Garland Green. His fadeaway is no good. Brandon Moss now, pull up, knocks it down.
Three-headed Monsters have a really good, I think, roster construction with 2 guards that can shoot it in Teague. You got a big inside with Monroe. Then you got Moss at 6'8". That can do a little bit of everything. It's just a matter of them being comfortable playing together.
One of the steals leaders, Corey Brewer, got a theft there. Gets it back and fouled as he goes to the basket.
NAIA school. So a lot of experience, maybe not in the NBA, but playing, internationally.
Corey Brewer knocks it down here. 8-2 our score. Here's T. Blows by Brewer. Shot blocked though. And Green missed the bunny, but the follow-up is good by Javier Carter.
But understanding position, timing, what made him so good defensively.
That 3 by Moss is no good. Here's Gerald Green. Knocks down the triple.
Later in the first half, with GP coaching now as a coach, he can come in and out and put himself in anytime he wants.
No shot's a bad shot when you're the coach.
No.
Here's Brewer, hanging, left it short. Brandon Moss now, working on Gerald Green. He'll back it out. 5 now on the shot clock. Monroe with 2, with 1. Shot clock filed, and Jalen Johnson have checked into the basketball game. Brewer driving, kisses it off the glass, and score.
Possessions by Three-Headed Monsters. Now Bivouac to kind of get their rhythm now.
They've got it. Yeah. Good tip out. Down, Corey Brewer, Gerald Green. Here's Jalen Johnson. Missed everything. Another triple from the corner is no good. Again, Bivouac with the 1-point lead. Brewer. He worked hard for that one, thought he got fouled.
Yeah, good defense that time by Jeff Teague. Giving up some inches, but didn't allow Brewer to back him into a more comfortable shot.
Double-double last week, and Joe Johnson leader in assists. Green dunks that one home. 3-point lead now for Bivouac.
Yeah, good heads-up play. Then drop it off inside to Garland Green.
There's a reach-in by Jalen Johnson. Ian McClinney, Danny Basile, and Rob Foster are our 3 officials to this game. Here's Marquise Teague. Teague throws it up. Knocked away by. Look at the head coach of Three-Headed Monsters, Rashard Lewis, NBA champion. Green now with it for 4. Missed it badly. Houston dunks it in.
Was able to do. You'll get an easy, look at the rim, and Houston right there able to get the dunk.
Here's Johnson driving. Euro step. Banks it in. And how about Bivouac? Down 8-0 at one point. All of a sudden, roll into this break. Up 3 is Bivouac over the Three-Headed Monsters. Big 3. It's week 3 of the Big 3, and we are coming in hot. Listen to Jackson. Yeah.
My man, I need that hoodie, man.
That hoodie is maybe a large, extra large.
XL, yeah, XL.
And a couple of hats.
Get your boy up over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Ice Cube always sitting courtside watching the action. He's going to perform as well here for Baltimore. Here's Gerald Green. Ooh, nothing but net perimeter.
So he was in that in-between space, and Gerald Green was able to take that rhythm dribble, splash at 3.
Gerald Green came into the game tied for 3rd with 3-pointers made. Knocks down another one. Here's his brother. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson and knocked down. Well, misses that 3. Greg Monroe with the board. 6-point lead for Bivouac. Foul call.
Kind of take an easy opportunity away from Monroe.
Monroe with the post up. Power dribble spins. Tipped out. Green. Oh, good body control and banks it home.
Green and then go on the attack. That's just smart basketball.
Here's Teague probing. Has it knocked away. Juice in the corner 3. It's good. Here's Gerald Green with it. He'll pull it. Got it. Gerald Green on fire.
And that's about being a coach, man. You can stay in the game.
Tell me why Bivouac is playing so well now. What is it about? It seems like every year this team gets better and better and better. What is it about this year?
Well, I think this year they're more comfortable. Think about it. Last year was first year for Gerald. It's the physicality, but the nuances of playing 3-on-3, how to clear it quick, how to get a lot more prepared this year. But the knowledge of how to play the game is making it a little bit easier. And Gerald, I mean, quite honestly, when you got a guy like that can get buckets, it's a lot easier to be 2-0 when you that way.
10-0 run. Making it a 12-0 run now by Bivouac. Green had just 5 points last week, already has 6. And they're up 13. Another bucket, and we head to the half. Bivouac, one of 2 unbeaten teams in the league right now, along with the enemies. Teague's jumper no good. Carter the board. Corey Brewer, corner. Into the post, Monroe. Left
basketball. Monroe knew the double team was going to come at some point. So instead of pounding the ball, he went quickly on his smaller opponent. I tell you also, too, with Bivouac, so you always have shooters on the court at some point, which makes it extremely difficult to guard that real estate with just 3 people.
Here's Marquise Teague. Driving. Little runner is good as he kisses it off the glass. Now it's single digits now. 9-point lead. 23-14. Again, this bucket for Bivouac will go to the half. Brewer. Crossover to Garland Green. Shoots the 3, counted, and the foul! Garland Green knocks it down. No foul called?
No, I thought it was, but this is read and react.
But I think we kept playing defensively, and I think that's what got to lead us.
And this is what you need. And it's a reason why you asked the question, why is a big reason why this is a different kind of team this year.
Most 3-pointers made, but now he is the league leader. Big spark. They try to remain unbeaten.
Well, you know what's he's coming off the bench, but he's going to play quality minutes. So it's not off the bench, and you know at the end of the game, more than likely, especially if it's close and you need some big baskets, he's going to be there.
Here's Corey Brewer. Brewer driving, uses the left hand, rolled out.
And I think Mossman got a little piece of that.
Monroe drops it off for Moss. No. This is where you try to separate yourself, especially with only 8 weeks in the season.
Yep. And people you got to understand that by 8 weeks, you got to be in the playoff position in order to move forward. And weeks 3 and 4 seem to be the critical weeks for teams. So like you said, not only make that separation, playoff hunt. And what you don't want to do is walk out of here in week 3, especially if you haven't been as successful with another.
Yep. Here's Javier Carter using that body, and he lays it in. 28-16 is the score. And you look at, what, 3 weeks away, that's when you start eliminating teams from playoff.
Yeah, week 6. See, and that's why the halfway point, maybe of not the season, but you got to identify week 3. We got to be right there in the hunt. We got to be above 500.
Brewer looking for Javier Carter, working on the smaller Moss. Use that body, but too strong, and Teague lays it in. And
that defense, offensive rebounder, you give it up to your opponent. That time Teague smartly puts it back in, and Carter on the drive to get past big fella, but that's where that rim protection comes in at.
Moss, good fake. The 3, no good. Carter the board. Wide open Brewer. Oh, rimmed out. That was Jeff Teague. To Moss. Good reach in, knocked out of bounds.
Learning how to play defense without fouling, and in position, he helped on Teague, and then he was able to get back to Moss and take away what could have been an easy layup.
Here's Garland Green, Gerald's brother. Had it knocked away. That foul's on Corey Brewer. Moss in his first season here in the league. Played overseas. And now the lead is just 6. It was double figures at one point.
Well, we've seen in this league, too, that a lead is not safe, in particular when you have shooters, but that time Carter, but that's the key, but Carter can do this. But how about the pass? Okay, you take a couple dribbles, you suck in the defense, and then you open it up for your teammate.
Moss to Monroe. He powers his way for 2. Moose laying it in. 31-24 is our score. Again, first team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2, though, in the Big 3. Brewer, way he traveled, went in the land of trees. Here's Monroe. Working on Carter. Going strong. Count it. Craig Monroe starting to heat up here for the 3-headed monsters.
Yeah, when you have the Teague brothers on the court, too, it's tough to provide any interior help, because if you help too much, now you got 2 shooters that are on the perimeter, so it's like pick your poison. And speaking of which, beautiful pass.
Carter lays it in. It's a 7-point lead. Bivouac, 3-headed monsters. We'll be right back after this.
Looking for a smarter way.
Bivouac. 1-2, unbeaten. Good crowd here in Baltimore.
Basketball,
come out
man.
for CFG Bank Arena.
You know, you love hoops here.
They do in this area.
You know it, man.
It's the DMV area. Unbelievable. Jeff Teague knocks down the triple. And
get some easy baskets. You find yourself back in the game. But Bivouac, I think, has done an excellent job of responding. Good defense. Thought it was good defense that time by Marquise Teague.
Look, Rashard Lewis looked like he was gonna challenge this one. Each coach get a challenge, a bring the fire challenge each half.
But this one is on the. And the officials tell him he can bring the fire.
That's what he said. So Garland Green shooting 1 for 2, knocks it down. Think you should have went for the challenge there?
It's a close game. You're only down a couple possessions. You might want to hold it a little bit if the trend continues, because you may need it
A little later on.
A little bit later.
That jumper no good by Teague. Into Jalen Johnson. Back out to Garland Green. Good fake. Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Mugged by Jeff Teague.
I tell you, in this league, now you drive, help comes, you kick it, and then you drive the next help. You're going to find that you have some opportunities for 2 feet to touch the paint. And that time, Johnson able to pick up a foul.
He knocked him down. 12-point lead now for Bivouac as they look to remain unbeaten. It's the Big Three here on CBS.
And what you like, what do you got to do to get back in this game?
We got to play some defense. They making shots.
Hey, Scout, while you're relaxing over there, we're going to put you to work a little bit. But listen, you seen this Bivouac team play last year. What is it with you, what you see the difference with how they're playing this year?
Good enough inside. It's a little bit different, right? It's hard to win in this league if you don't make shots anymore.
Yep.
But think about Green and Brewer's improvement, and yet down low they don't get smashed in the paint.
There forces the turnover. And now three-headed monsters can really cut into this lead. Marcus Teague, pull up. No, too strong. Here's Jalen Johnson. Gerald Green, kick out. Brewer. Hanging. Short. Johnson again. Saving it. Good hustle.
Those win you games. They give you extra possessions. Now you just got to capitalize, but that's really good defense.
Teague.
Yeah, by Marcus Teague.
Spinning by Jeffs. The brothers doing it.
Double digits, and these guys have played at a high level, so they understand how quickly the tide will turn. When you have your opportunities to get stops, you get it. Then offensively, you have to convert. And that's what three-headed monsters have been able to do so far.
Only down 4.
You get to the penalty in the second half to ensure that not only you get a chance to get to the line to knock one in to get 2 points, but you retain possession. See, that's another part of the strategy of the Big Three and playing 3-on-3 is to be able to utilize that to your advantage to gain more possessions than your opponent that way from the free throw line and being in the penalty.
Here's Jeff Teague with the handles. Pull up. Count it. Jeff Teague. 2. Here's Brewer driving. Count it and 1. Corey Brewer.
On the backside is no rotation coming over from the weak side. So it's one-on-one, and that time as an offensive player, you just got to make your move, and then if you get fouled, you finish, and that's what we saw with Corey.
Marcus Teague, have a seat. Brandon Moss has checked back in for the three-headed monsters. So too as Greg Monroe. Here's Brewer shooting 1. Rolls out. Jeff Teague dumps it.
Garland Green helps a little too much, and Moss. Saw that halftime show of jumping off the trampoline. Moss just did that.
Oh, no. Well, we can't reveal that just yet, but don't miss the season premiere. Big
committed. Back came up off the baseline. That was an easy pass.
Lead for Bivouac. Unbeaten. Here's Jeff Teague. Gets the screen. Here's Moss again. And they catch Javier Carter reaching in.
I like what the three-headed monsters have roster-wise. It's just a matter of just playing together and understanding, but talked about the combination. You know he can play.
Good hesitation. You get 1.5. You don't like a call, you can challenge it by bringing the fire. That means he scores the bucket, they get the points. But if Corey Brewer can lock him up and prevent him. Here we go. Here's Teague spinning. Little jump up and kisses it in.
Hey, Corey Brewer's like, I did everything I can, and then Jeff Teague job of responding whenever three-headed monsters have made a run to kind of keep them at bay.
It's only 4 right now. That one's no good. Rebound, three-headed monsters. Here's Moss. Oh, and he's pulled down by Green. So Moss will go to the line, shooting 1 for 2.
Just penetrating pitch. You go drive, force the officials to call fouls and get yourself back to the free throw. Now, when you get there,
You got to make them.
you got to make them.
Brewer.
But look what happens.
Back to the line.
Back to the line.
You knock it down. You shoot 1 for 2. If you can get it, You retain possession of the basketball. There you go. So now you cut the lead, and there's a potential to add another 2, 3, or even 4 points.
Well, if three-headed monster is able to come back and, let's say, win this game, I think that's a critical possession.
Moss attacking, as you talk about. He'll go to the line.
The critical possession game, in particular, the three-headed monster is able to get the kind of defensive stops they need.
So here's Brandon Moss now to the line. No good. Boy, you could have tied the game and taken the lead. And then a reach in by Monroe.
Yeah, you don't need that one. But you only got 5 fouls, so the ball is out on the side. But now you're putting, because Corey Brewer had to clear it to the sideline anyway.
Here's Green. Working with a 2-point lead. Brewer lost it. Got it back. Fires it up. It's no good. Here's Moose in the paint.
So now what Green is saying, that Monroe only had 1 foot out and didn't clear inside the line.
2-0. 3. So here's Greg Monroe. And missed it again. Brewer, open 3. Whoa, he missed everything.
Wow.
Here's Monroe. Working on Jalen Johnson. Backs him down. Spins. Little jump hook is good. And we're all tied up now at 43.
Smart move, B.
Here's Jeff T. Gets the screen from Monroe. Drops it off for Moose. Stolen. Garland Green with the left hand, and he'll go to the line.
Be at the free throw line.
Garland Green, Greg Monroe going one-on-one. Monroe can get the stop. Three-headed monsters to get the basketball. Jeff T converted last time. Let's see what Garland Green can do against Greg Monroe. Going for 2 points. Knocked away. Good defensive stop by Moose.
But you see the strategy.
Going for the tie is Monroe, who loses it. Moss picks it up. 3 on the shot clock with 2. Fades, shoots, no good. Brewer will attack Teague and gets the bucket.
And actually, Corey looked like he wanted to look for a pass at first. Take it. I'm putting pressure on the defense, man. I have to stop it.
Here's Corey Brewer driving on Teague.
Okay.
And a bump by Teague.
What a reach. And that's what the official in the bonus, because they're 1 possession from winning the game.
That's short by Brewer. Good defense by the... Here's Moss. Driving to Monroe. Monroe has it stripped from him. To Teague for 4. No good. To Johnson in the corner, the win. No.
He should have pump fake. He could have drove Greg Monroe on that, because Monroe gave up that baseline.
Good steal by Green, but they call him for the lead. Moss, the 4, short. And it'll go to Bivouac.
Point game before on that penalty. Take the ball out inside. If they got it fouled again, then they would have went to the free throw line to shoot.
Here's Jalen Johnson. Working on Teague. Dips the shoulder. Forces it up. No, got it back. 1 on the shot clock. Shots for the three-headed monsters. Here's Moss. Driving. Did he walk?
Oh, he got him at the same time. Which one you want to call?
Right, exactly. Here's Moss.
He took it off the rim.
Took it off the rim.
Man, come on.
Oh, it's coming off.
Well, I mean, down the stretch, it hasn't been. Why?
Oh, he took that off. So the points go. It's a 2-point lead. Teague driving. Moss knocked away by Garland, and again another kick.
Three-headed monsters had 43 to finish this thing.
Moss, Haynes, Monroe, no, his follow's no good. Here's Brewer, banks it in, and looks down on Teague.
that was a layup waiting to happen. Brewer just had to keep the eyes up on the rim. Finish through.
Teague for 4, no! Green for the win! Bivouac, Renee.